Okay, yeah, we appear to be live again. I fixed my connection issues, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure, I just restarted my router. I see Distinguished Gentleman in the chat. How's it going? But we're going to go ahead and load the game. We'll see where we're at. Alright, so we can go in here and we will select our boy Cobes, move into combat again. We'll have Cobra attack us. I'm going to turn down the music just a little bit. There we go. I think that's a little bit more manageable. So we go into Cobra's turn. We can move over here and heal our comrades with our trusty weed smoking attack. So then that finishes, and we can. Well, let's not. Well, actually, yeah, we'll go ahead and burn Cyrax. That kills him. We need to give Cyrax a little more health. And what I'm also going to do is go to end turn, and then it should be Ralph's turn, Ralph Sama here. So we can use Killstream Kick, and that caused an error. So pause Tion is not a real thing, so we need position. So we need to edit that. So we go there, and then we can run it again. I've got to go to Cyrax and add some more health to him. So let's go. I actually need to go to my CSV here, which is corrected. And we're going to go to Cyrax, should be up here, and let's see his ability 2, then we have speed, intelligence, and health, so it should be speed, intelligence, health. So let's give him a health of like 10 so we can wail on him a good amount. And then what we will do is start the game from the beginning. No, we need to. We updated that, and yeah, so that should work now. Let's go ahead and start screen. So we're loading still. Game loader loaded. And we're in. We'll select one. Doesn't really matter at this point, they all lead to the same ending. So now we're back in the game. Let's go ahead and invade the territory of good old Cyrax over here. You can see his health is updated. So now we're in combat, and his head is a rainbow like that because I was experimenting with some shaders and I forgot to change it back, and it really doesn't bother me. So we're changing it. I made that with ChatGPT, and it's up on GodotShaders.com for free if anybody wants to fuck around with it. So this time we're just going to we're gonna burn him. We're gonna burn him good, so he takes 7 out of 10, and then we can end our turn. We need to make sure that select enemy goes away. It's now Ralph's turn, so if we do the kill stream kick.
Let me go.
So Cyrax did not take any damage. Yeah, and that causes an error. So that's pretty interesting. So the first thing we need to do is go to Ralph. Let's go to Ralph's script here, and the enemy did not take damage. So let's do this. Print enemy, and we're going to say here are the enemies from kill stream kick. So that makes it good. Oh yeah, let's add a little parentheses here. And nice. Now let's add a print statement here as well. And let me make this bigger. Here. Oh shit. Looking the wrong shit. Here are the enemies in range, and we will then print the enemy. There we go. So that'll tell us what's going on there, and then we have to so we caused an error when we hit this single target. So it's basically our turn-based manager is like expecting us to do something, select a target when we click on that, but we don't want to be giving it a target because this is an area of effect. So oh man, how am I going to do this? I think what I'm going to do is to let's take a look. Attack single target. Target.results. So we're passing in a collider here. And active character instance, so that would be Ralph. So we have an ability to check stuff in Ralph. So what we should do is say, like, maybe we should set a variable in Ralph to like giving target or something. Yeah, we could say at onReady var, and we could say target in targeting, and we'll set that equal to false. Yeah, and so we'll have to add that to all of our characters. So I'm just going to do that real quick. And I knew I needed to fix some stuff in Cobra anyway, so let's do, when we attack with spell B, we're going to set in, what do we call that? In targeting equals true. And then we have to set it to false whenever we exit this. So let me go here. I'm going to Control C. And I'm going to have to go down to the idle magic. Whenever that animation finishes, we do something. So what do we do? Let's find that down here. Okay, so how do we get out of this then? Oh, that's right, because we go here, we're in the idle casting magic, and then we select our target, and this is where that goes. So, spell B pending equals false. So we already have this spell B. I'm going to use the in targeting, and we'll say control V. Oh wait, sorry. In targeting equals false. Ability B is our black flame, right? Yes. Nice. So, the in targeting just lets our turn-based manager know that we are like expecting to be clicking on another enemy. And I'm going to make our little 2D thing to tell the player to click an enemy a little bit bigger too. So if I go to our testing area, I think I need to go to our camera holder, go to our 2D, and we have our select enemy label somewhere. It pops up like down here. Yeah, select enemy. So we're going to probably make this bigger. We're going to say select an enemy. So that's pretty cool. Then we'll go to what do we need? We need theme, and we're going to quick load a theme. We'll go to, I guess, most readable. That looks a little bit better. Then we're going to go to a theme override, and we're going to do a, I guess, probably a red and an outline of like yellow, and we'll add some sizes. Yeah, we're going to do a custom font size. Select an enemy. We'll make it pretty big there. Maybe not so big. Maybe like 30. That looks better. I think that'll work out better for us. Yeah, so I'm going to save that, and I'm going to go ahead and hide it. Other than that, we might want to put it over here or something, but for now it should be okay. Let's go ahead, and what else do we want to do? So if we go back to our game manager, our script, game manager here, when we attack single target, so the problem was that we didn't have that ability, but let's go ahead and add that in to, well, let's not add it into Ralph yet. Let's leave that as it is. We just need to check active character instance dot in targeting. I think it was a capital I. If the in targeting equals true, then we will do that. Otherwise, we shouldn't bother with it. So if else, we're just going to print whatever we clicked on. We clicked on, and then we'll say result collider, and then we'll say in turn based mode. So nice. I think that will help us right here. What is wrong? Assignment is not allowed, of course. So this just helps me remember that it's a bool. Of course, I could get rid of that and just do this, but I think this kind of makes me remember that this is a bool. So I'm going to leave that there, and I'm going to try it now. Loading. Still loading. All right, we're in it to win it. I also added a frame rate counter up here, so let's see what we're at. Like 240, 240, 195. So even when we're displaying everything, we're still sticking around 200 frames with VSync enabled. So, I mean VSync disabled. So let's go back to Cobra, get him moving again. We'll do the whole battle thing over again. I attack with Cobra every time because it helps me regulate the flow of battle. I know he's always going to use his stink attack on those two up there. And I think it just barely hits DSP. So now I enter with Cobra's turn, and we can go, let's try our Black Flame and make sure that that still works. So we'll go here, Black Flame, and we'll light him on fire. And then we will, I think we need to make an ending for that where we get rid of the intention arrow. I forgot about that. Let's go ahead and use green smoke.
I'm back, Fatty McFadden. Thank you, Hitler. Thank you for coming back.
So that got rid of both of them because I told it to delete all the cobes props, and that spawned as a prop of Cobra. But we need to also hide this select an enemy. We're going to go ahead and hit end, and that'll take us to Ralph's turn. We can move around, and let's go ahead and use the kill stream kick. And then, yeah, we didn't do any damage to Cyrax, did we? I don't think so. So, but if I click on him, we no longer get an error, which is good. So I can use Hardened Gunt, and that will initiate another intention arrow, but we need to get rid of the first one. So, things we need to do, make sure that Cyrax feels the pain. Let's understand why he isn't. So if I go over here, okay. Here are the enemies from the killstream kick, Cyrax, but we're not getting any enemies in range. So we need to go and understand why that is. Maybe my if our position and then the distance from our position to the enemy position is less than the range of our spell, and I think that's because I had a range multiplier. So let's check it on King Cobra. What is that function called? Attack with spell A. I'm going to control C, go to King Cobra and control F, and we're going to plug that in there. And then let me see where we're, yeah, okay, so we're doing a times 35 multiplier. Let's go ahead and add that to old Ralphie boy. So we just need to go here, plug that on in, and then everything should be fine and dandy. Let's give that a shot. We also need to so when we finish our jump smash animation, if I control F and I come down to here, our next state is turn based. We need to get rid of the props. So let's say and by props I mean add child, and then we should say IA the intention arrow dot add to group, and that's going to be Ethan's props. And then I'm going to come down here, and when I exit, when the animation is done, after jump smash finishes, I'm going to remove it. So, oh, not here. Let me go down here. So I'm going to say get tree dot call. I mean get tree dot get nodes in group. Get nodes in group, and that'll be Ethan's props. And then we'll say we'll just want to say for nodes in get tree to get nodes in groups, Ethan's props. So we're just going to loop through all of them, and we're going to say nodes dot queue free. So that gets rid of all the nodes that are in the Ethan's props group. We just have to make sure this is a string right here. So we're going to do that there. Nice. So there we go. That should do it. So let's take a look at the spell B as well. Control F, and we're going to say spell B. Yeah, attack with spell B. We're also going to add that to a group, so we'll say ia.add to group, and it'll be Ethan's props. And so we do the roar animation, and how are we probably aren't getting back to turn-based mode, are we? So let's go to, we need to add this in, Control C. What if I plug it in here? Let me take a look. Control V. Let's go on down. So no. Alright, so let me go to down here where I'm changing my state based on my animation player, and we're going to add this into one of the states that we change with our animation. This is the animation, and we're going to change our state based on it. So we're going to do the exact same thing as we're doing in the jump smash because it's the exact same logic. We basically just return back to a neutral turn-based state, and then we delete all the props that we used. So let's go ahead and try that now. Alright, still loading. Isn't this a fun stream? So we're felted, we load the game. It's gonna take a second to load. Alright, let's make the first move with Cobra. We got that going. We enter our turn. He's gonna go and stink up the room up there. So then we're going to end our turn, and it's now Ralph's turn. We'll use the kill stream kick, and yeah, we'll see he did take damage. So he only took 1 damage. I thought he would take a little more, and it looks like we did not get rid of the prop for whatever reason. So let's go to Hardened Gunt. And it looks like we didn't get rid of the prop either. So that's weird. But we did have Cyrax take some damage. So let's take a look at why that's not happening. So we'll go back to Ralph. Maybe we didn't add them to the right group. So we'll go back to, I think it's attack with spell A and spell B. Yeah, that's the same. Add to group. Add to group. And then when we go down here, let me make sure it's getting here. We're going to say print finished jump smash, and then we'll come down here and say finished roar. Nice. All right, so we're going to keep going here. Finished roar. So then what we'll do is go to yeah, we want to print what nodes are in this group here. So we're going to say print nodes, and we're going to just give a little message. We are trying to remove, and yeah, then we'll have the node right there, and we're going to do that again right here. Awesome. Let's see how that works. So let's go back to the start screen. Yeah, let's gonna run it again. Alright, it's going. I'm getting there. We'll load it on up. Alright, we're in it to win it, so we're going to select Cobra. We're going to move down here and initiate our attack again. we'll face some combat. We gotta wait for it to be Cobra's turn again, and then we're going to exit and let Ralph have his turn. What were we going to do again? Oh, that's right. We wanted to see why our arrows were not exiting. So we'll end the turn. We'll go to Ralph. We'll then do our kill stream kick. We took some damage with Cyrax, but we're not losing it here. So what's going on there? Let me come over here and take a look. So for some reason we're not finishing the animation, I guess. Because when Ralph finishes that animation, roar, he should be printing that. Yeah, I don't see it. We're looking. Spell A have been pressed. We got to the game manager. Spell A button. Yeah, I don't know why. Well, I did want to do one thing. In the enemy, I want to have like a little label pop up above Cyrax's head whenever he gets hit. So what I'm going to do is make a new scene with a label and then just instantiate it, because I might put some animations on it. So I'm going to make a sprite 3D. Right? No. I'm just gonna make a text. I'm stupid. I only have text or label 3D. What am I thinking? Label 3D, and what I'm gonna put there is like -5 or whatever. And what we're gonna do is make a yeah, it's gonna be enabled on the billboard. It's not going to be shaded, double-sided, yeah. I'm going to go with no depth test because it's going to like float up. Peak Godot game, yeah, thank you. Yeah, what are we going to do? We want a... Damn, can't we add a theme to this? We can't add no theme. I guess not. Quick load, what fonts do we have? I think we were using the Java text. I think it looks pretty cool. We want it to be red. A little more blood red, thank you. And we're going to make the font size like, I'm going to make it like oversized to start with, so like 200. It's got to be pretty big, because our character models are bigger than I meant to make them. So we're going to call this damage fly away. And yeah, I think what we should do actually is I'm going to redo that, but I'm going to take this and make a 3D node and just call this holder, fly away holder, fly away holder, and then I'm going to add the label 3D. Bam, slam it in there, and then we'll call this the fly away. And then what I can do is add an animation player right here, and we're going to do new animation, and this will be float up here. And we'll just call it float. Why make it more complicated than I should? So then we'll grab that, we'll change the text to -5. We'll set the font back to, I think it was Java text. There we go. We'll set this to 300 because we're cool. We need to save this. So let's save this in UI meshes actually, and I'm going to call it, yeah, the flyaway text. Bam. So there we go. And I'm going to add a script to this guy, and actually I might not even have to do that. Let's go ahead and delete that script. Fuck it. Throw it out, we don't need it. So we need to go to 3D actually, and then we need to select the fly away, and I'm going to go to the transform, and we're going to go position, and we're going to put a key in there, and then we'll go to, I think, like maybe 3 seconds, and we'll move it, what do you think, like I'll say 5, and then we're going to keyframe it there. Oops, that was my bad. Let's get rid of that. I meant to keyframe. Bam, right there. So now we can see that it floats up. And yeah, so we also want it to disappear. So we're going to say add track. Actually, can't we? Yeah, we'll just do a script. So we will add a script. We'll say load, and then we'll just add a function here, which will just be kill self. And then when we do that, we will queue free. So then we can call that, we'll just add a track. We'll say call method track on our flyaway holder. And when we get here, we're going to insert key, kill ourself. There we go. So that will disappear whenever it gets too high up. And we also need to say func set value. And there we go. And yeah, this will basically just pass in the value, and then we'll say text equals value. But we need to say our, what is that called? Flyaway. Flyaway.text equals value, and we're going to change this into an str. And we'll also subtract, we'll add a subtraction thing here, subtraction symbol, and we'll add that in, so it'll be like, you know, -5, -10, -30. So that'll be our set value. So let's see how we're going to use that. We can get rid of this scene. We're then going to go back to enemy test, and what we'll do is when we take damage, so let me find that. Yeah, we should have a few. Alright, here's the function I'm looking for. So let's subtract the amount of damage points we take. We need to have an onReady var at onReady var, and that is going to be called damage text, and we'll set that equal to, I guess, load. And then we want to load our, what is it scene called? Damn, what did we just call it? Flyaway. Flyaway text.tscn. That's the one we want. Damage text. So then we have to instantiate that down here. So we're going to say dt var dt equals damage text dot instantiate, and then we can say dt dot what do we say, set value, and we're going to set the value equal to the damage. So let me actually move this just down here, and we'll say damage right there. We're passing in an int that gets turned into a string. Nice. So then we're going to say dt dot set, actually we just want to say position. Actually we're going to say add child. So add child dt, and we'll say dt dot position, and we're going to set that equal to position plus a vector 3, and we want an offset in the y, right? So x, y, and we'll put a like a 10, and that should put it like above our head, I believe. Vector 3. So our position's a vector 3, that's a vector 3. We're just adding an offset of 10. That should put it above our head. And then we're going to, that should be it. That should be all we have to do. We just need to go back to our flyaway text here. And we're going to have this be an on-ready animation, so it plays whenever it enters. And yeah, let's try that. Let me go back to start screen. We'll load this thing up. All right, rocking and rolling. Things seem to be going our way. So we're felted, we load the game. Oh, what's up, Chuck Sneedley? How's it going? It's almost casino time. So we're felted, we load in the game. And it's going to take a second. We're back. We're going to attack with cobes again, our bold strategy. So he should run up there and attack Ralph and Wang's and DSP. Oh yeah. Yeah, people always think the name Average Godot Enjoyer is like for Gal Godot or whatever, and it's like I didn't even know that was a person until like a year ago. But yeah, we'll move up here with Cobra, and let's see if our damage label takes effect when we burn Cyrax. So we hit our black flame, and what's the problem here? Instantiate is not a real thing. You mean Instantiate, right? Instantiate. I think that's right. Let's go ahead and try that again. So we're almost there. We're starting the screen. It just takes a second to fucking load. So we're felted, we load the game back in. still loading, right? I think. There we go. Let's try this again. Alright, everything seems to be going to plan.
You only found one, bitch? I lose my fucking temper.
And alright, let's get in range of Cyrax and let's burn him up real good. Position. Non-existent function in base node 3D. I thought it would have a position because it's a because we have a position, so why the fuck doesn't it have as a that makes no sense, man. The damage text, we're loading it in. It's instantiated. We added as a child. Oh, DT. Let's just say set. You know what? Let's just go to DT here. We're going to copy this. Yeah. Well, no, we do want to set the position through here. So why? Let's say DT.set pause. And then we'll just pass this in here, and then we'll have to make a function on DT called set pause. So we'll just go to here, we'll say func. This might not be a smart way to do it, but this is what I'm doing. So, and then we'll say position equals pause. So as you can see, we're now paused. Isn't that great? So let's go ahead and try this shit again. Start screen. We're gonna load a Rooney. And we're giving it a go. Everything should work out just fine. We're felted, we load the game. We're still loading the game. Alright, we're in it to win it. We bring old Cobra down here. Cyrax is missing some health for some reason. I think his script is broken, actually. What is going on? Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, awesome. Now I have to go through all that again. Isn't that wonderful? What a day it is. And we're loading. And we're loading. And a little bit more loading. Oh, I guess update on the cat that I found in the woods. It's actually a kitten. It's a boy kitten named, I named him Goblin because he's a fucking little menace. He goes around and like jumps all over my other cat. So I took him to the vet. He's healthy. He has his vaccines and shit. So he was definitely gonna die out there in the woods. So I had to like bring him in. But yeah, we're loading the game. The shit's still taking forever. Let's go here, and we'll attack again. 10 out of 10. That's fixed. We enter our turn.
I made you, and I will destroy you.
Yeah, if Goblin comes in here, I'll like show him off. He's really small though. I don't know where he's at right now.
I lose my fucking temper over these.
So we're back to Cobra. Let's try burning Cyrax with his rainbow head. And hopefully, there we go. So we spawned it way over here. Isn't that great? So awesome. So we did have an offset, but the offset was not what we wanted. And I wanted it to rise up from there. And for whatever reason, it said -10 or something. But am I keeping the cat? Yeah, I'm keeping the cat. I already have one cat, so I figured I might as well just keep the other one too. But yeah, I'm gonna nah, I mean he's having a good time. He's just he wants to play all the time with my larger cat. My larger cat doesn't want to play because it's older. So it's like it's just it's a whole fucking situation. But they're cool now. But yeah, I'll be back on tomorrow. I'm going to get off for tonight because I got to go eat and shit. But yeah, everybody have a good day, and I'll be streaming more game development this week.